I'm curious, Abbott and me. Did you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left?
Yes, I thought it would be wise to assess the situation. But as I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had.
And the victim's body?
It was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Faye must have already disposed of it, and anything else incriminating.
So, when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does in this photo?
Yes, I would say that is how it appeared that day.
So the stone slab had been put back in place. So now we can use that to present against the other account, because he has no way of knowing that the stone fell over.
Mr. Wright, is it not time to concede defeat?
No, wait! I need just a little more time.
If you insist.
As imitating His Majesty, we're gonna go right over to... There was a loud noise followed by haunting silence. I would describe the noise as a terrible crash. It must have felt so heavy. We're gonna present the evidence he just showed us, because he shouldn't know.
Objection!
From sound alone, you wouldn't know what caused the crash. But I mean, you said, and I quote, pours a lot. It must have felt so heavy. Why do you think he felt something heavy? You said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. The fact is, of course, a stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte's lot, impaling him on the Warbad statue behind him. But that was only revealed through her Benevolence's divination seance earlier.
Would the defense please get to the point?
My point is, simply hearing a crashing sound shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death.
I still don't see your point.
I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew that the victim was really killed.
Why?
And that is information only the real killer could have known. I definitely saw it that time. That was a creepy spooky. I got the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots. Or should I say his sandals. And it's giving me a frighten.
Objection!
Need I remind you, Abbott and me was with His Majesty at the time of the crime. Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer.
That's true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zella was killed, something only the killer could know. Can this discrepancy be resolved somehow?
Well, Mr. Wright, we're waiting for an explanation.
I was just getting to that. Time to think of something quick. The High Priest knew something only the killer could have known because he heard it from the real culprit? Because neither of these, he inferred it after the fact or heard it during the... That gets him off scot-free. That's not possible because he's dead. Is the wife actually the killer? I actually thought she might have been at home pretending to be him with a crazy face. He must have known heard how the victim died from the real killer.
The real killer?
Of course. That makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation.
So tell us, who is the real killer?
It's got to be someone close to the High Priest, someone without an alibi. The person most likely to be Zealot's killer is the Widow Belieb.
Take that!
Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Mrs. Inme at all, did you?
No, I never saw her, but what does that have to do with anything?
Did the high priest ever leave your sight?
No, we were talking the entire time, and the food was brought right to the room's entryway.
So the high priest has an ironclad alibi, but his wife does not.
What the devil are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating that Mrs. Inme might have killed Acolyte Zealot.
Objection.
You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolyte Zealot. He was like family to her.
No, we can't entirely discount the idea. Especially if you consider that Mrs. Inme could have been the one posing as Lady Kira.
Objection.
Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill Acolyte Zealot, though he was not a rebel?
Objection.
As we all know, the high priest was secretly a rebel. It would follow that his favorite disciple could very well be a rebel too.
Are you suggesting that Mrs. Inme killed her husband as well?
As sad as it is to think she'd kill her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out. Huh? What?
You claim my wife is that rebel-hunting Lady Kira, and that she slew both zealots and myself, my lovely wife. That is utterly impossible.
Yikes! I have never seen the high priest so angry.
It is as Abbot Inme stated. And the accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It is far too late to overturn it.
That's right, Mr. Wright. Now apologize to the good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now.
No, I'm not gonna apologize. The true identity of Lady Kira is a major piece to this trial's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot Inme. Your wife, Lady Inme, killed you. Yet even now, you continue to lie in an effort to protect her.
How absurd! It appears the lawyer has forgotten. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in the guise of Lady Kira. For we were blessed by her holiness, and she is with child. Praise be to the Holy Mother!
I completely forgot that she was pregnant. Okay.
That abominable Lady Kira figure who slew me and Acolyte Zealot was the accused, the one that I'm inside of right now.
This is bad, but I can't give up now. Don't forget, my client doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. How could a weak young woman like her possibly? No. Oh, is that 3? Oh no, please don't take away my arm. I needed to point at everything and I just gotta.
You foolish oaf of a lawyer. If only you were as blessed as Lady Inme.
What?
Surely the accused possesses the strength, or should I say the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels.
What are you talking about?
My good prosecutor, I see you have come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight. Then you have figured it out as well, Abbot Inme. May I ask you to explain it to this putrid-brained lawyer? Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil! Your Majesty, allow me to testify as to how Maya Fey eased that murderous Lady Kira.
Well, if it would assuage your anger, then by all means, please testify.
Maya Fey is Lady Kira.
Acolyte Fey channeled Lady Kira's spirit. She is a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. So it was the real Lady Kira who returned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman.
But you guys didn't even know about that until just now.
You understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. This is the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another. Indeed, I am a living, or shall I say dead, proof of her terrible power.
Ah! Maya's ability to channel spirits has come back to haunt her. Being haunted has haunted her.
Now is it not time to let it go and move on, Vince?
No, never. I'll never give up. Now what? Think. How can I prove that Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kira? Because she didn't know her true name. Or is this only for divination, maybe? Okay. Let's have the talkies.
Acolyte Fey channeled Lady Kira's spirit.
Hold it!
My client channeled Lady Kira? Isn't that a little far-fetched, the Pokemon?
Far-fetched, you say? Why, the very fact that I am here proves she has the power to channel spirits.
But you've no proof she actually channeled Lady Kira.
Oh, but I do. She is a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it.
But she didn't know Lady Kira's true name until really recently. Only when she started getting that other thing, right? Right?
Hold it!
While it's true she may be capable of channeling Lady Kira, I doubt there's any proof she actually did.
We are talking about the infamous rebel hunter here. That modern-day Lady Kira has captured many a rebel all by herself. And among them have been more than a few great warriors. Who but the real Lady Kira could have accomplished such a feat?
It would be difficult for a mere mortal. That leaves the real Lady Kira of legend as the only likely answer.
Indeed. Is this not proof enough that the real Lady Kira of legend has been channeled?
The real Lady Kira of legend? That's an oxymoron if I ever heard one. Then again, the people of Kurain believe legends to be true.
So it was the real Lady Kira who returned to root out the rebels among us.
Hold it!
Lady Kira is an actual person? Do you really believe there ever was a woman that powerful? One capable of battling rebels much bigger and stronger than herself?
There is no way to prove that. But to doubt the existence of Lady Kira is to doubt Kurainism itself. It is not for us to question. We must simply believe.
Yeah, how dare you doubt our legends?
You'll regret saying that, you Pulkonganan. Lady Kira's gonna strike you down.
Oh! I won't get anywhere until I can refute their claims with some evidence.
She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman.
Hold it!
He did kind of blow up everywhere. A strength far beyond any mortal woman? And just how strong would that be?
You need but look at the wound she inflicted upon my body. Though I had hoped to never have to think about that again.
Your wound? It was pretty deep, and there was a tremendous amount of blood.
And while Acolyte Lot was rather small in stature, he was strong. Nevertheless, he was no match for the sheer strength of Lady Kira.
Maya's spirit channeling is proof that she's Lady Kira? This is not good. I have to prove she didn't channel the original Lady Kira. Okay. I'm thinking it's gonna have to be she was a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. What do we know about spirit channeling from stuff that we have? A tone given only to the one who will play the role of Lady Kira in the purification rite. I think the Tome of Secrets, she didn't know her real name until she was coming in to play the purification rite. And I think that's what we present. Because do we have any other statements from Maya? The day of the rite. I mean, that's important, but not for this particular clue. I think we just prevent the Tome of Secrets right now. Because she didn't get it 2 years ago, and this has been going on for a while.
Objection!
The Tome of Secrets is only given to the priestess who performs the purification rite. Is this your proof that my client could have channeled Lady Kira?
Yes, indeed! For it contains the true name of Lady Kira, a secret only revealed within.
Abbott in me. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This couldn't have been used to channel Lady Kira.
What nonsense!
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain?
This is why my client couldn't have channeled Lady Kira. It doesn't have a face. There's a mask over it.
Take that!
Lady Kira's face is hidden behind a mask in the Tome of Secrets. You need both a name and a face to channel a spirit.
I can't be!
Without a face, it would have been impossible for my client to channel Lady Kira.
Oh my!
Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling is patently false. And with Lady Kira out of the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder.
But then, who's the rebel hunting Lady Kira we've been reading about in the paper?
Yes, who is this other suspect, if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction.
Think. The true identity of Lady Kira is the key to solving both murders. I thought Mrs. Emmy was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out of the running. And Mr. A Rebel is a rebel, so that doesn't make sense. That leaves us with...
Mr. Wright, you have that look again. The one where you know you have to say something, but you can't figure out what it is.
This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I'll just have to stir the pot till something floats to the top. Ugh. Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira.
You do? Are you sure about that?
Yes! Completely!
I sense that I may regret this, but please go on and explain.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira. I actually think it's Taroost. He's the only other person who was there at the time that wasn't Maya, or Mr. Zalot, or the wife.
Why do you believe that is the true identity of Lady Kira? Wait, don't answer.
What?
Even your putrid brain could not possibly explain such a deranged response. But I am far past anger now. I can only laugh at such foolishness.
Oh!
These may be tears of laughter, but rest assured there is no mirth here for you.
Oh no! I guess we dead now.
I have heard enough. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charges filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense Phoenix Wright guilty.
Oops. Okay, do we just say it's the wife again? This is who's been posing as rebel hunting Lady Kira. So it's not Taroost. We know it's not Maya. It's probably not Pare. And it's not her because she was pregnant. We don't have anything to prove the baby might be a lie. It might be a lie, but we don't have any evidence for it. Yeah, Zealot's a pretty good option, actually. The true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kira we seek is Pare Zealot.
What's this? The High Priest's murdered disciple was Lady Kira, you say? Peace! I say peace! The defense will continue.
Yes, Your Majesty. I whittled down the list of suspects until there was only one left.
But a process of elimination is not the same as solid evidence. I assume you have evidence to back up your claim.
Yes, of course. I will have some in a moment, that is, at least I hope so. Let's rifle through the occult record. Maya wasn't Lady Kira, and neither was Mrs. Inme or any of the other possibilities. That leaves a lot, and I have the evidence to prove it. The evidence that proves Acolyte Zealot was posing as Lady Kira is this. See, the warning from Lady Kira. Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. That's interesting. I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
This is what proves that Acolyte Zealot was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter.
How absurd. What could that possibly prove?
Prosecutor Submity. You stated that this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kira, and the reason you gave was that the High Priest's house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there.
Ah.
Therefore, Acolyte Zealot could have delivered the warning any time he wanted.
What is he talking about? That's just not possible.
Are you saying Lady Kira was not the culprit, but rather the victim?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that would overturn the entire premise of the case.
Would you say it turned about?
This trial is proceeded on the assumption Lady Kira was behind the serial killings. But if Lady Kira is one of the victims, who is the killer and what was their motive?
The only suspect left is Mrs. Inme. And there's only one possible motive. What if Mrs. Inme is a rebel?
What?
Fiend! You're still bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife! Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this! Repent for the mistrust in your soul!
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's print on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zealot. And the Plume Punisher theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all of the evidence linking her to the crime has been called into question.
Was Lady Inme a rebel? And did she pose as Lady Kira to kill Acolyte Zealot? Or was Acolyte Zealot a rebel, and was the accused the Lady Kira who killed him? I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now?
The alarm clock, you say? Do you mean the one in the rebel hideout?
Yes, but what of it?
So that's it.
What's gotten into him?
But Inme, this what is so comical, and please tell it to me because I like to hear jokes.
Forgive my outburst. That has simply tickled my funny bone.
What did? You shouldn't have a funny bone anymore. You're in a ladies' body.
The theme song came from the plumed Punisher clock, you say? That alarm clock could not possibly have gone off.
What makes you say that? The clock was working just fine the last time I checked.
Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm kept going off?
Wait, you don't mean...
Indeed, we leave the alarm switched off at all times.
No! What? Why even have it?
In that case...
I am sad to say the defense's claim does not hold water.
Unless Maya got the strap really recently, and someone else was using the strap and had it at the time.
Would you care to respond, Mr. Wright?
Oh. This can't be happening. Not now.
This should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song the victim heard was from the accused's strap, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is rebel-hunting Lady Kira and the victim's killer.
I need an opening. Something I can raise an objection to.
That Plume Punisher theme song Acolyte's heard in his final moments. I too heard it by the way of the listening device.
But did you really? If you had heard it, why didn't you testify to the fact before?
Is it not obvious? I did not know such a tune could become a key matter of dispute.
Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Abbott in me was channeled.
Alright. Well then, what if he's lying about the clock's alarm being switched off?
Miserable wretch! That would be a pointless lie, one easily disproven. If you check the clock, you will see that the alarm is, in fact, switched off.
Come to think of it.
What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right...
We set the switch back into the off position before we left.
I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taiko drums in the intro are etched in my mind.
You heard it different! No, the taiko drums are only in the Steel Samurai song! Distinctive taiko drums in the intro? Distinctive Japanese taiko drums in the intro?
This trial has gone on for far too long. Shall we move ahead to the verdict phase now?
By all means, and let us also return Abbott in me spirit to the Twilight Realm. Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
Objection!
You don't get to talk to your wife for being criminals. Now hold on just 1 minute. Your Majesty.
Yes.
The High Priest's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence. Who has Steel Samurai music? Whoever Maya traded her strap with.
It is.
Which we don't know yet.
Still you writhe in defiance of your fate? The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul writhing in flames.
You won't be saying that once I show you the evidence. Now all I have to do is pick the right one. This piece of evidence is inconsistent with that statement about the taiko drum intro. It's probably the strap itself. Yep, it specifically talks about the different drums.
Take that!
This is what's inconsistent with his statement. My client's Plume Punisher strap.
What does that have to do with anything?
It plays the Plume Punisher theme song. And here it is, the theme to the Plume Punisher, warrior of the Neo-Twilight Realm. No taiko drums, is what I'm saying. There aren't any taiko drums. Do you see what I mean? The music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plume Punisher theme song.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What was it if not the Plume Punisher theme?
In his final moments, Acolyte Zealot heard the Steel Samurai theme. The prayers of the people. Bless this food I'm about to eat. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plume Punisher theme. So what Acolyte Zealot actually heard in his final moments was the theme of this Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. Los Angeles. I don't know where I am. Ever.
Peace, 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 I say, Mr. Wright. What is this Steel Samurai of which you speak?
The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo or Los Angeles, is an action hero show from America. The Plume Punisher theme is is very similar to it. If you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you could easily mistake the two.
But the fact that Acolyte Zealot heard music from an American action hero show is irrefutable evidence that the accused was in the secret hideout.
Actually, no. You have it backwards.
Backwards!
That's right, Miss Faye met an avid Plume Punisher fan here in Kurain. And as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had for the Plume Punisher strap.
And this avid Plume Punisher fan was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot.
Yes. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priestess' wife. Believe in me.
Objection.
Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Mr. Wright? For as forgiving as the Holy Mother is, I doubt she would tolerate yet another dose of your baseless slander. I suggest you prepare yourself to face Her Holiness's wrath.
What is all of them? You're gonna take away all of my Makatamas, all of my Matamas, all of my Scribble Bobs. Oh, I'm prepared to turn this entire case upside down, that is. This is my last chance. I'm gonna take a deep breath and review the evidence.
Very well then. Please, present your evidence if you would. Defense.
The evidence that proves Mrs. Inmee was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot is... not the statue, not the law book, not the Tome of Secrets. Believed statement. The family photo taken there to the Feast of Blessings were... Oh, is she wearing the watch here? She's wearing the watch! It's on her wrist! We can see it in the picture. Maya's got her strap out, and Inmee believe is wearing the watch. It's just this family photo. It's right here in this family photo. Proof that Mrs. Inmee and Miss Faye traded items featuring their favorite characters.
a family photo. And what exactly should we be looking at here?
The proof that they exchanged items featuring their favorite characters is right here. There's a cool little watch right down there. Look at Miss Inmee's left wrist. Whoop. You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Boop, boop. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai watch.
Why, I never knew your wife had such hobbies, Abbott and me.
This family photo was taken right before Acolyte Zealot was murdered. By that point, my client had the Punisher strap, and Mrs. Inmee had the samurai watch. So, what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the sound of the watch Mrs. Inmee was wearing.
I wish to amend my testimony. What I thought were taiko drums was something else. My wife never had such a watch. It's the truth I tell you. You must believe me, your majesty.